Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Freedom Day to everyone. Happy celebration. I'm Bricia Mayombo, your healing and transformation coach. Daughter of Zion. To remind you, here we have to know what we're celebrating. We're celebrating freedom here, okay? It's 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. To this blessed land that has helped lots of people, enjoy the true freedom. Because a lot of people, that's the truth, they don't have that freedom where they come from. Anyways, I'm a healing and transformation coach on a mission to help women who suffer from trauma, okay? Who've been dealing with, who've been sexually abused, emotionally abused, and those who suffer, my mom, from postpartum depression, here. And as an ambassador of Christ, I want to stand here for you to wish you a happy 4th and then to remind you the freedom. Jesus paid the price for you to be free. What does that mean to be free? It means not only freedom of expression that we just see, we are free to speak whatever we speak, but he asks us to have wisdom and understanding. In everything, seek wisdom and understanding. And then on all of that, even your freedom, when you speak, make sure that the words that are coming out of your mouth are no words that are going to hurt somebody. Sometimes when we don't have wisdom, that's why wisdom is really important. When we don't have wisdom, we just speak because I want to express myself. Okay, I'm mad at la 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 la. You just speak. You speak up, and knowing that sometimes the truth is not always good to say. Yes, it's true. But again, you have to choose with wisdom when to say it, what to say it, and how to say it. Because the tone of your voice matters. The moment you're telling the truth to the person matters. And also how you deliver that message matters. But when you don't have wisdom, you don't have understanding, you can't even take a break and think about what you're going to say. But I want you to remind you that you were here. We're here. In Genesis, they tell us we were created, male and female, to go, subdue, and dominate the world. You're supposed to dominate the world. You're supposed to subdue the world. You're supposed to multiply. Okay? You're supposed to go and make disciples. But let me tell you something. As I was meditating today, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be long. I'm going to share that with you all. You have to understand something. Until you have take dominion of yourself, and I call it in the course that I created in French, Leadership 101 yourself. Until you have taken leadership of you can't teach leadership with other people. Until you can apply the religion that you're teaching, if you're a priest, if you're a pastor, if you're evangelist, whatever you say you are, because the title doesn't really matter. It's the way you live, the fruits that you're manifesting in a daily living, the things that you are doing or saying when nobody is watching you. Because now everybody sees on the internet, everybody can talk, everybody can do whatever, okay? I'm not here to criticize you, but I'm just saying, what really matters to Christ is really the way you're living behind closed doors. If your religion, if whatever you're teaching to other people, you cannot apply into your own house. I mean that if you're happy, if you're married, I'm not saying perfect, happily married, your wife is in total harmony with herself, is balanced, you're cultivating her, you're nurturing her, you're doing what you're supposed to do as a husband. And if you have kids, what you're supposed to do as a father in the household. You cannot leave your household and go ask other people to follow Christ when you're under your own roof. You're not even the leader of your own roof, because as the man, you're supposed to lead. You're supposed to lead with the word. You're supposed to lead with your action. You're supposed to lead with your behavior. You're supposed to lead and preach the word. Don't go outside, preach the word, and you're not even preaching in your own house. And that's what's going on right now. Let me pause right now for my walk. And I want you to really understand that we were sent to go in the word and preach and make disciples. But before you go out there and make disciples, start making disciples in your own house. Are your kids safe? Is your wife safe? Is your husband safe? Like in your household, make sure you make order in your own house. Put order in your own house first. Some of you guys need to shut down whatever you're doing or pretending to do and make the order in your own house. Because guess what? The number one, the first one, business, kingdom, whatever you want to do, ministry, it's your house. If your house is not in order, I'm telling you, the ministry, whatever you're starting to build outside, is not going to last because the foundation are wrong. If your garden is not cultivated, if your wife is not loved, if she's not honored, if you're not cultivating her, you're not pouring into the word to her, and you go outside and only making an appointment for the women of the church, you're missing it. You are missing it with all the respect. And then another thing right now as Christian, everybody is focusing on what's happening into the world. Do not be conformed into the world. Be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Your focus should not be on what's happening in the world and talking about what's happening in the world. What have you been called to do, first of all? Number one, you have to know what you're being called to. Because not everybody is called to we all have our ministry. I have a healing ministry. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm not an evangelist. My ministry is healing. I don't have to be in a 4-house building, 4-hall building, and have a title to evangelize. No, I share to the story, to what I've been through, and everything, to what I'm receiving as a daughter of God, saying that you need to hear. First of all, what have you been called to do? Do you know what you've been called to do? Because for you to spend your time, your most valuable 24 hours, just keeping and just kind of commenting and reposting and then kind of contradicting what's happening in the world, I mean that your focus is wrong. You need to focus on what God is saying. What is He saying about you? Why have you been put here on earth? Number two, you need to remember, instead of being conformed, about what the word is saying, remember what God is saying about the situation you're going through. Check the number one, like we call it the code penal in French. Okay? What is really like the Bible is saying? Your code as a Christian should be the Bible. What is the Bible saying about exactly what's going on? And go to the word and comfort the world, like being comforted by the renewal of your mind. Your mind needs to be, as you're so focused on what's going on outside, your mind is kind of, and it's okay, it's understanding. But again, you have the choice to decide what you're watching, what you listen to, what's entering into your heart. Because again, from the abundance of your heart, the mouth will speak. Some of you guys' heart is so fulfilled, it's so dull, it's so full of dust. You need to dust your own heart. Because in order for you to speak clean, to speak with love, to speak with kindness, to speak with compassion, to even practice what I'm teaching, the art of forgiveness, the power of forgiveness. When I wrote the book back, I'm telling you to go and read it. How to overcome unforgiveness. You cannot be preaching you haven't forgiven your brother, your sister. You cannot be doing what you have to do, start your ministry. If your heart, that is what God look at the heart. The men look at the eyes and what you're doing, the way you're showing the title. That's the word is saying. But God is checking your heart. What is your heart saying? What is the stature of your heart? Are you whole? Are you here? Have you forgotten? Have you forgiven everybody that has hurt you? Do you get up every single day intentionally and forgive it in advance? Because we don't know, we're all human. We're all human. We're living in this world. We know from the world, we're part of this world. Okay? Do you live intentionally, like respecting and honoring the principle of Christ? That's what it is, y'all. That's the freedom that we're giving. You can choose. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. But I choose to be conformed by the renewal of my mind. Every single day, I renew my mind by reading the Bible. Some of you guys don't even meditate on the word. We recite, we pause, we recite. We don't even know what every word means. That's what it calls meditate. You need to spend time on the word daily. That's how you renew your mind. It's good to preach, it's good to recite, but do you really understand what the word means? Do you really understand what God is telling you? Like reading between your mind and then getting and letting God giving you the rhema, the revelation of the word. You're so distracted with what's happening in the world, and then you're fighting between if it's between religion, between church. God just never kept the freedom that He paid for us was never for us to be fighting, especially as Christians. You are fighting with the wrong people for the wrong reason. Focus on the word. Keep on doing what you're supposed to do, but first of all, make the order in your own house. Make sure your life is in order. Make sure that your health is in order. So many preachers are going and losing their life, etc., because you don't taking care of yourself. God is not going to come and do those baby steps that I preach every single day and tell you baby step every single day. He's not going to go for a walk for 20 minutes in the neighborhood. You have to do it. Yes, you will fast. Yes, you will preach. Yes, you will do what you have to do. Go on Sunday service. But I'm telling you, your body is your number one tool. That is freedom. You are free. Okay? We're going to be eating barbecue. We started even since yesterday. I mean, it's good and everything. But not everything that you're eating is going to be good for you. That's the freedom too. That's the freedom too. It's going to give you free. But again, he said, between life and death, you have to choose. And I advise you to choose life. That's the freedom that we were giving. But again, that freedom, that free will, you have to remember it's also part of the curse. So I'm just wanting to stop by for what I was doing, for what I'm doing. And that's also evangelizing. It's not only just like posting and no, it's all about stopping and then reminding us where our focus should be. Stop being distracted with what's going on. You have a divine agenda you're supposed to do in your life. Whatever you're single, whatever you're married, whatever you're divorced, that is the social status. But as an individual, you were created here for a purpose. You know your purpose. Have you activated your purpose? Are you walking on your purpose? Are you doing what you're supposed to do every single day, starting in your own house? Do you lead you first? Do you lead you first? Can you lead you first? Can you lead the other member of your family? Or do you just go and minister to other people and you're not ministering to yourself, you're not ministering to your family? Because again, if your religion, if your message doesn't work home, don't go out and preach it. If today if you marry, you go and ask your wife, is your faithful husband? Is your loving father? Ask your kids how your father treating you. Do you love your father? Because the most experience or the best testimony is what your family, your parents, your kids saying about you. That's the legacy you live in. Because that's the number one church. That's the number one church. What are they saying about you? What would they say about you if you were to live today? What are the legacy are you living? Are you building other people? Are you building your own house? Are you leading the right way? What seed are you sowing every single day in the life of the people you're pretending to love? That's the freedom. Because every single day you get up and you choose. And I want you to choose wise. I want you to choose with knowledge. You have to know what you're doing. Not just do and stop reacting. Let your mind be conformed, be renewed every single day. Meditate on the word. And God is going to give you the revelation sometime for the day, sometime for the situation you're going through. Sometimes He's going to tell you stop. Sometimes He's going to tell you, yes, I know you're angry, you want to say that, but choose wise. Slow down to speak. Be slow to speak and slow to react. Slow to speak. Sometimes you're speaking too fast because you're there with the emotion. You're not wise. You're not wise. So happy Freedom Day. I hope it's been going to be a blessing to some of y'all. I'm going to keep on ministering, doing what I have to do. I'm just reminding you, we are free. But in our freedom, we need to be wise. And we need to have understanding and have knowledge. Because what you don't know is what's killing you every single day. What you're choosing freely to know is what's causing the destruction right now. Do not be conformed by the world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. I love you dearly. Happy 4th of July. Okay. Happy Freedom Day. Go and ministry. Go be disciple. Go change the world. But start in your own house. Start in your own life. And get your book, Overcoming, the Power of Forgiveness. Overcoming Unforgiveness. And I'll see you in the next pop-up. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking. But get the message. It's not about the liking, the following. If you haven't given your life to Christ, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. And I hope I inspire you to go and check on your Bible and meditate on the words instead of being just like distracted what's going on around you. Just stay in your house. Stay in your own house. Clean your own house. Clean your own house. Fix you first. I love you. Bye. Remember the word. Needs that woman that was here. You were born for a purpose. So don't compare your life, your situation, your story with someone else. I want you to enjoy your uniqueness. Your story is unique. You're unique. And the world needs the heal people, whole people, harmony, balance. That's the real freedom. Okay? Bye-bye, y'all.